Welcome back to Outside Views EU. Today we're diving deep into a crucial topic for the European Union, the Multiannual Framework, or the MFF for short. If you're wondering what that is, it's basically the EU's long-term budget plan. And this framework sets out how much money the EU can spend and what it should be spent on over a period of several years, and that's typically 7. Right now we are in the MFF that covers the years 2021 to 2027. The MFF is not just a budget in the traditional sense, it's more like a roadmap. It outlines the EU's priorities and where the money should go to reflect those priorities. In many ways, it shapes the future of Europe. But now let's break it down a bit. The MFF sets ceilings for spending in different categories, or what they call headings. And these headings cover things like the single market, innovation, climate action, and cohesion policies. For example, one key priority in this MFF is dealing with climate change. A whopping 30% of the budget is dedicated to climate-related goals. That's a huge chunk, and it reflects how serious the EU is about becoming a greener economy. Another big priority is digital transformation. The EU is investing heavily in technology, research, and development, and this includes initiatives to help Europe stay competitive in the global digital economy. Cohesion and values are another major part of the MFF, and this refers to policies aimed at reducing disparities between regions in the EU. Think of it like the EU's way of trying to level the playing field across all its member states. Supporting less developed regions is key to ensuring all parts of the Union can benefit equally from economic growth. And then we have the Common Agricultural Policy, or CAP. We talked about this in another video. The CAP has always been a massive part of the EU's budget, and this MFF is no different. The goal here is to ensure a fair income for farmers, promote sustainable agriculture, and protect rural areas. And this is especially important because agriculture is at the heart of many European communities. And next, we have the EU's global role. The MFF includes funds for international cooperation, neighborhood policies, and humanitarian aid. And this helps Europe to maintain its influence and contribute to global peace and stability. It's part of what allows the EU to act as a soft power on the international stage. Security and defense are also becoming bigger priorities. Although the EU is primarily an economic and political union, the MFF reflects growing concerns about security threats. And this MFF sees a marked increase in funds for defense, cybersecurity, and border management. And let's not forget the COVID-19 pandemic, which had a major impact on the EU's financial planning. In response, the MFF includes a historic recovery package called Next Generation EU. This adds an extra 750 billion euros to help Europe rebuild after the pandemic. And it's the biggest stimulus package ever funded by the EU, and it's aimed at boosting investment in green and digital sectors. Now, you might ask, how does the MFF get approved? Well, that is quite a process. The European Commission proposes the MFF, but it has to be approved by the Council of the European Union and the European Parliament. And this means member states and members of Parliament have a say in shaping the final budget. Negotiations can get tough because each country has its own priorities. And some countries contribute more to the budget, others benefit more from it, so there's always a balance to be found. But once it's agreed upon, the MFF sets the stage for EU spending over the next 7 years. It gives predictability and stability to all the programs that rely on EU funding. And in conclusion, the MFF is much more than just a financial document. It's a reflection of the EU's ambitions and priorities for the future. And from tackling climate change and fostering digital innovation to ensuring cohesion among its regions and playing a role on the global stage. The decisions made within the MFF have a direct impact on the lives of millions of Europeans, hundreds of millions in the end. And they help define what kind of Europe we will live in tomorrow. So thanks for tuning in to Outside Views EU. And if you found this breakdown helpful, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth looks at the issues shaping Europe. And as always, feel free to drop your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, and the next video is right here in the end screen.